5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, that's a good point. I guess it is... It does kind of stall the game a little bit, but if you wanted a support to just, like, de-push and stall the game, then you could have picked, like, a tree, or you could have picked something with more spam, like a wyvern or something, which is even a more, like, obvious and direct counter to Axe. So, yeah, I wonder what's going on with the Lich. Do you think there's any chance that they're gonna, like, Lich Grimstroke? Grim is a 4, Shaker becomes a 3,
J.Storm,
mid?
one of the teams that really like Grimstroke. They even played it without any single target spells. I can't remember which tournament it was. I think in 1 out of 6 games, they only picked Sven that had single target ability.
I remember talking to you about this.
Yeah, it's kind of stuck in my mind.
Yeah. Yeah, and now TA coming in for
5
IG.
seconds
Okay, so
remaining.
looking like it is probably just Lena as the 4, TA mid. The Drow pick is still looking decent here. I wouldn't mind it. I think it's going to get banned. Other ways that they could go... I guess Bloodseeker doesn't have that good of a matchup against... Is that matchup good against Morph? Like, you have a silence and you can kind of prevent mobility a little bit, but maybe not in the way that you would really want against Morph Shaker. I'm just thinking about it because I know that Lena Axe is a crazy strong lane, and they're going to be able to bully a lot. And if you've got a winning off lane, then a fast way to just win your safe lane is just to pick Bloodseeker and just have him use the Thirst.
That's true, but they are kind of limited on tower damage. It's hard to siege. You need to take a fight before Templar Assassin will be their tower damage once she gets the Tesso up.
Okay, so J.Storm needs to start thinking about how they're going to deal with this TA. It does say quite a bit as well that IG are willing to pick TA here, right, when they've got last pick overall. Like, what safe lane hero are they about to pick that they feel like they have to pick TA at this position in the draft? Like, do they have a... Is there a Meepo up their sleeve, or what's the... I'm wondering. And now Underlord coming. Okay, so J.Storm really just like, okay, we want to stall until our Morph Shaker combo comes online, feels like.
What's the good here? I mean, what about Monkey King? That's the hero that pretty much only OG plays, but it's great against Underlord. I don't think... maybe even get Ursa going. I know that hero is shit tier, but I would prefer to have Monkey King, to be honest. Maybe... What about Slark? Wait, it's a good Slark game. They have really nothing against them.
Yeah, could be a good Slark game.
Can get out of everything.
I still think that the Drow is likely, but I think it's just going to get banned, right? I guess we'll see. TA with Drow Aura just sounds scary.
10 seconds remaining.
And Drow with Bloodlust also sounds scary.
5
and TA
seconds
with
remaining.
Drow Aura and Bloodlust.
Dire team.
Yeah, it's just Gyrocopter banned. Okay. Well, if they want it, they can take it. J.Storm looking for their mid laner, I guess.
Radiant team pick.
Unless they're doing something weird.
That's mid. That's mid Underlord.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. But IG should realize that that's the case, right? So they can.
Yeah, I don't think you want to put Templar Assassin on the side lane.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, you can if you want to have a better matchup. That's why you have the last pick.
Remaining.
But then you're gonna be playing TA on the side lane against Boar.
5 seconds remaining.
Boar Earthshaker. You're not gonna be able to do anything. So you need to lose one of those lanes. Probably gonna be mid and have. I mean, you're definitely gonna lose a lane. But yeah, you're correct. It's gonna be a Drow. So they want to play this fast. Drow Ranger, TA, attack speed on top of Ogre's Bloodlust.
Yep, and Underlord probably just gonna buy like a Crimson Guard and just see what happens. This is very interesting. When was the last time you saw a mid Underlord?
Well, it's been 2-3 months, but it's doable. Your items are gonna come way quicker, and it's such a great Crimson Guard game. If he gets Crimson, I'm not sure if he needs to get any magic resistant items. The only burst they have is kind of a Lena plus Ogre.
Yeah.
Might even shift towards, well, even getting something like Road of Atos wouldn't be that bad, just to keep them more inside of the pit. And Beastmaster can build something else. Beastmaster Vlad's plus Pipe. Underlord gets the Crimson Guard.
Yep. So why the Underlord versus... Is the matchup good versus
It's a good
TA?
matchup, yeah.
Okay.
You have the extra damage. You every single time you're going to bring a lot of mangoes, use the Firestorm on the mid lane, get the Refraction. He can't get close. So it's pretty much a free lane for Underlord.
Alright. Makes sense. Yeah, I guess Underlord is not necessarily a terrible hero, but there are a lot of off-lane versus safe-lane matchups that he just can't play at all. Right? There are so many situations where he can just get completely punished in the off-lane. So I look forward to seeing
look
what
at
he
this.
does here.
Look at this Teemo with the reverse psychology. No tips, then he receives 3 of them instantly.
No tips to he needs those shards. There's new sets out. How's he gonna get his lion hats if he doesn't get your tips?
The Beastmaster thanks you.
Alright, so what's going on here? It looks like pretty standard lanes from IG, nothing too crazy going on. Kaka is not buying anybody a bottle this game. He's buying regen and items for himself. J.Storm are choosing to send the Beastmaster to the safe lane here, so trying to keep the Morphling out of the difficult
30
lane.
seconds to battle.
Though, is he going to be much better off down here? I guess this way around is probably better for J.Storm. Right? They've got the Beastmaster versus the Axe, so he can't really get harassed as much, and Morphling versus the Drow, where
Axe will be creep skipping anyway, and then if they decide to play aggro, just put the boar on him. Also Beastmaster, way better for tanking the creep wave under the tower with the stout shield.
Okay, so they've realized what's going on the side of IG. We're just gonna have to realize if they want to do anything about it. Moose, did he block? Fisher's already on cooldown. Did he block bottom? Yeah, it looks like he did, right? So Ollie is also body blocking as hard as he possibly can to try and keep the lane in a somewhat normal position, but it is going to end up pretty close to this dire tower as they actually Fisher it again. Alright, so doing everything that they can to set up this lane for Moo.
Well, they should be careful. Drow. Let's see. Moose.
Fisher?
There's the block.
Alright, he does. I mean, he could have tangoed his way through, but just going to try and keep on running. They're still chasing. This Frost Blast is relentless. Fear needs another second. Flyfly does manage to get back into the trees, but he does not have a salve, so just
Ogre has one.
Slowly go up from some tangos here.
Will Shaker cancel it? Let's see. Blind Fisher.
Yep.
Yes.
Nice, good call. So the only problem is that Moo didn't really keep the lane under control, so it's just pushing anyway, which is not ideal. That is going to be experience coming into the tower for Flyfly here, and if it's not worth it to try lane for that long. Nicely done by Moose. He's going to get the side pull, kind of distract the range creeps a little bit, but I don't think they're going to be able to deny them. They can't afford to keep this full tri lane going for that long. Otherwise, they're just going to end up with a bunch of underleveled heroes later on. Ogre taking a lot of punishment. He's going to get fissured here. Might be dead. Fear has another nuke in a second. Yeah, and that's going to be the end of it. Okay, so they really need to get those kills. Oops, stun lands on the Beastmaster. JT chasing after him. Does have the battle hunger in a second. So, oh, Brax, he used the salve. It got cancelled. Didn't realize that the battle hunger was going to be coming. And he's going to be brought down. That is super costly at top.
Yeah. I think Lena should move towards the bottom if they decide to keep a tri-lane. I mean, Drow Ranger didn't die, it was only Ogre, and as you mentioned, they're sharing a lot of the XP. This Invis rune by Earthshaker will be spotted by the observer board. And look at the mid matchup. At one point, she was sitting at 2 CS while Underlord had 8 and 4. But she's catching up. But it's still hard. She needs to hit the jungle creep, stack for herself.
Yeah, gotta be careful about stacking this camp as well, though. The Underlord can definitely come and contest that if he catches on. 9 not even gonna let him back into the lane. Just blocks the ramp with the Firestorm. Doesn't even want it for the creeps. Very interesting. What's happening? Is Brax dead? They're hunting for him. This is 2 points battle hunger. Kaka wants to get in range for a stun, but the boar is slowing him down all the while, and Brax is thinking about some kind of a turnaround, maybe. Nice
Denies the boar.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
That's a lot of damage on tier 1 tower.
Oh, yeah,
They're
wow.
dragging the creep web. Yep, he's forced to use the glyph.
And he's only got 6 CS. I really don't think that this, like, tri-lane with the solo safe is working out that well for J.Storm. I think this is, we're seeing part of why people don't run tri-lane versus tri-lane that much. And Moose tried to TP top, but it instantly got cancelled by Ollie. So Brax is still just still out here on an island. Nice gust. Shaker will not be able to get the Fisher off to grab that kill, and yeah,
I mean, you're running a tri-lane, and this Drow Ranger has more CS than your Morph, which means that you're losing the XP and the gold war.
And JT's still just getting every creep by consistently cutting the wave. What's he got coming on the courier? It's gonna be, oh man, this is full phase boots coming. I think he's just gonna run Brax down once he gets that. If he gets another battle hunger on him. And yeah, this bottom wave's super pushed, but IG still holding on. Emo just gonna go and clear out some jungle stacks while Kaka takes over the mid lane for a second. So really good efficiency from IG.
Bounty runes are spawning. Axe will drag the creep wave, pick up 2 bounties, probably gonna go to Shrine, heal himself up, continue the pressure on the top lane. No one's picking up bounties. Let's go, Axe.
You gotta let them stew for a little bit.
Oh,
value.
that's a nice play by JT. Puts 3 points in battle hunger, glyphs the creep wave so he can't get the last hit.
Oh man, I didn't even caught the kill, but did not catch the. So he's sacrificing a little bit here to have so many points of battle hunger. Fisher not quite. They actually dragged the Drow Ranger back over the Fisher. Okay, but throws out the 3-man gust, and we'll just be able to get the walk away. So lots of harassment here at bottom, and the shrine's already been used, but IG Drow is kind of a sacrificial carry anyway, right? She's just here to kind of pump the aura for TA more than anything. Oh, there's the Fisher. Looks like Ollie is going to be brought down once again. They do give that kill over to Moo. What's happening in mid? 9 taking some damage as Kaka did come in there and grab himself that arcane rune. And
They're
actually getting pretty aggressive. 9 in some danger. Another nuke. Fear now also arriving, getting slowed down just a little bit. Man, IG forcing some kind of a response here. They only land the stun onto 1. Emo has the refraction back up and available. He's got 2 traps waiting right on the ramp if anybody goes too far forward. And the pressure from IG is just crazy. And Kaka, seeing the rotation away from bottom, is just going to immediately run down there. They're putting pressure on Moo. Gets the stun out, but doesn't have waveform. He's just getting chased down, and Kaka's there waiting. Doesn't even get the morph off. Just gets auto-attacked to death.
That's a nice rotation. Meanwhile, on the top lane, top tower, dropping low, JT just playing whatever the Axe is doing.
Alright, dragging in Emo. Body blocks. Pretty nice. But still, this TA is really manning up 2v1 at mid. And nobody is punishing her for it.
Man, the physical damage resistance, if Underlord decides to go for Crimson Guard plus Frost Shield, they're not going to be taking damage from TA nor Drow Ranger.
True. So how does the... Okay, so it pierces through your base armor, but all of the damage block, plus armor, physical damage resistance, that's all going to work just fine.
Yes.
So that's very, very helpful, actually. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. I do think that the Underlord is going to... They're just using the Underlord as just as like a speed bump, right? He's just going to slow down the game, make sure that the Morphling comes online. They're looking at 9 here. Nice stun from Kaka. Emo laying in with the auto attacks. He opens up a little bit more space. The mass TPs are coming. Fear is there, but Kaka's still able to finish the kill. They get a follow-up stun. Emo's looking for more. Nice Fissure from Moo's going to block off the Templar Assassin. But it looks like Emo should still be able to walk away from this one. And he's actually turning around and looking for a little bit more. Does not have another side trap, unfortunately, so...
Someone should rotate to the top lane. Lina, if she has a TP to the top lane and kill the Beastmaster, take the tower. Both of them are playing on extremely low HP. Beastmaster already popped a roar.
Yeah, and Axe has the dunk ready to go. So all they need is like a tiny bit of damage or some lockdown and easily get this kill. Kaka's quite a high level. I think he just helped clear that stack, so almost level 6.
He'll also take the mid to get to level 6 pre-10-minute mark.
Yeah, so the tome's just going to be gravy at that point. Okay, Fear and Moo's rotating top. They've got a Soul Ring on the Shaker. JT getting slowed down, but he does make his way into the trees. Can they find him? He's juking with the Quelling Blade. I think he may have gotten out. They thought he went north, but he's out of there. Moo needs to be somewhat careful. Drow Ranger doing decent damage to him. Especially when he gets those procs. And oh, Kaka's found the stacks.
Radiant's middle
oh no.
under attack.
Oh yes.
Not protecting their stacks.
Oh, this is a big
no. Look, Kaka's just pinging it. He's like, look at me, guys.
Look at
Look at me get this farm. Gotta kill the little potatoes so you do more damage. What's happening on the other side? Oh, J.Storm are trying to steal IG stacks. I don't think there's nearly as many over here though. Oh, the courier scouted what was going on, but Kaka's already gotten away with it.
Level 7, will he buy a tome for himself? Let's see how greedy he is.
He is almost more farmed than anybody on the Dire team. Look at the net worth. He's 600 gold behind the Underlord.
Yeah, same amount of farm as Morphling.
That's insane.
Do you think you should the guy who stacked should get some kind of gold, like 10%?
Oh, as if he stacked for his ally.
Well, not the full one that he gets.
Right.
From the ally. I mean, you see the gold.
Just so you know,
faster, they're taking our stacks.
Yeah, our stacks being stolen, guys. We're really pressuring this Underlord. And can they get him? Kaka's fast. He's got the Bloodlust as well. Stun not quite gonna land. Does he even need it? Might just be able to keep on chasing, maybe get off another Dragon Slave. But Fear is here, so is Moo's. Silence coming through. Chain Frost deployed. Kaka gonna give away some gold here. Stick Charge is gonna keep him alive a little bit longer. And they chose not the Fissure the Lina. Moo's instead wanted to just go for the Drow Ranger, and that means they might not get either of these kills. This Moo's actually gonna be the one brought down. Brax walking over, but doesn't have the mana for a roar.
Not the best spell casting we've seen so far.
No.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Man, this axe is so farmed. Has a full hood, 600 gold, phase boots. I love this build on axe. Phase boots plus a wind lay, so you can actually run in onto people. It's great for chasing, and he has TP ready for the bottom if they want to defend. And they definitely should, because Beastmaster is showing himself with the aura, with the boars. They know that Lich doesn't have ulti.
Radiant's
Lena
bottom
can hold
tower
on to this a
is
little bit
under
longer.
attack.
Just spam it out. Needs to be careful. Fear. All right, does come around the side. Nice stun, but okay, they're just leaving Kaka for dead. So he had one idea. His team had another. They're just gonna let the tier 1 tower go. End of the day. They want the tier 2 top actually. They got a blink dagger already on Emo, so
Radiant's
very
bottom
aggressive,
tower has
but
fallen.
should be able to find some kills. Fly just
Dire's
chilling
middle
out in the
tower is
jungle,
under attack.
grabbing his farm, doing his thing with the marksmanship.
I love what they're doing, but it was not that effective because they were just trying to bait with the axe. He plays over aggressively on the top lane. TA and Ogre showed up. That's why they didn't decide to defend the bottom tower.
Okay, so what's happening for J.Storm? We got Morphling still just getting started, really.
Dire's top
He doesn't
tower
need that
is
many
fallen.
items. The standard really just seems to be go for like Yasha straight into the Ags. So probably looking for that. Beastmaster's got Vlad's. Actually, Beastmaster, I mean, not nearly as farmed as Axe, but Brack's doing alright. Ogre getting caught out here. We'll get brought down by 9. Shaker, yeah, another not so great game for Moose. At least this time around he's got a soul ring, so got a little bit more to his name.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And Underlord's still just working on his Atos, but also behind all of the Radiant cores currently.
That's a big kill if they can get it. Once again, jukes them with the Quelling Blade.
And he's out of there. Doesn't even TP base. Full efficiency. TP to his shrine. Nothing to stack or anything, unfortunately. It's already been all cleared out. Oh, ooh. Needs to be careful. Lets himself get stunned. Emo jumps in now. That TP was a little bit optimistic. And he's dead.
That's a big kill because they will transition that into tier 1 tower probably. Earthshaker has a good positioning, has Echo Slam ready, but only level 6. No Blink Dagger.
So the only problem for IG is that their axe is stuck at top, having TP'd out. Beastmaster TPing in now, gonna look for something. Can't quite find a roar. So they hold the tower, but they didn't really get anything in return since Morphling was dead the whole time.
Kaka extremely farmed, and I love this. I've seen him doing it. Lena gets Etherlands, buys a Shadow Blade, and then he can play the assassination game with the axe. I mean, he can even get the solo kills if Morphling is on low HP.
Yeah, if Morphling's just doing full greedy farming with the Morbid Mask, then all it's gonna take is the full nuke combo, and you'll get him pretty easily.
Double damage.
So we haven't seen the Blink Dagger. Okay, Blink Dagger's just being picked up. Hasn't really been used by JT just yet, but IG with the double damage and this Bloodlust and the Precision Aura just head straight into the pit. Nice and easy. Yeah, there you go. Brax probably has the like time plus Roshan thing going on. But...
Well, maybe he's just having fun.
Yeah.
No, we didn't realize they're doing Roche.
It was always going to happen, right? I don't think they had the... They don't have the mobility to be able to deal with all the lane pressure and, like, hold down Roshan constantly, so... Just have to keep on holding out and wait for Moo to come online. And hope that they get some other items. Moose, is your net worth moving backwards again?
Radiant. Dire's top tower is
Do we need to have a
under
talk to Fear? Is he not letting you
Radiant's
farm?
bottom tower
What's
is
what's
under
going
attack.
on? It does seem...
What's his CS?
9.
Yeah, that's why. I mean, he is involved in 6 out of 7 kills, but he's not farming anything. Like, when you're playing Earthshaker, you want to have a lane for yourself.
Yeah, there's just nobody to really give him a lane, right? I think Brax is trying. Brax is trying to make space, but the Underlord and the Morphling are absorbing a lot of farm. Underlord is going for a second item Shivas?
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Why?
Okay, I was expecting
Why no
Crimson
Crimson
Guard.
Guard? Yeah.
9 is an extremely greedy player. We've seen it in the previous game, previous series where he goes for... it was previous game where he went for Hex before BKB on OD.
Yeah, he went for BRTs first on... Pretty much
On
first
Viper,
on Viper. Yeah. That's true. I guess the Shivas is also nice. It's also kind of a farming item, but... Yeah, I'm a bit surprised at the choice. I do like just the plate mail. that's certainly going to help him out.
Casual plate mail is great against the Drow Ranger since it only pierces the basic
Call.
armor.
Moose got a kill down here at bottom, but JT going to try and punish him. They lose the Underlord elsewhere. Moose still getting chased down. Brax over in the trees. Just going to go for the TP out, hoping that Moose might be able to escape. There's a double kill at mid. I'm still watching what's happening to Moose at bottom. He's trying to TP out. JT, if you just call him, he's right there, but couldn't get through the fog. And that will be an escape. Alright, well, I saw 0 kills at bot. What happened to mid?
Radiant's top tower.
Mid lane, they just disappeared. Drow Ranger with the freshly bought Shadow Blade and Templar Assassin. Deso plus Meld.
Okay, yeah. I can imagine it. There's more stacks being stolen. I don't even know how many of J.Storm's stacks that they farmed themselves,
Dire's
but
bottom tower
they
is under
have
attack.
given a lot of net worth over to IG. And both graphs showing exactly that. Oh, Kaka getting found out by Moo,
Dire's
but
bottom
he
tower
just shadow
is
amulets and he's fine. And Moo coming back in.
Dire's bottom tower is under
What is
attack.
going on here? Kaka's playing a
lot
very
of
dangerous
misused
game.
spells. Meanwhile, on the bottom lane, tower will drop.
Dire's bottom tower
The
is
Atos is
falling.
annoying, but mid
Now
lane,
that you're dead,
Moose dies. Getting
easy
caught
to
out again by
respect
the...
you.
This Shadow Blade is working wonders for Fly. And, ooh, 9, alright. Ollie kind of runs forward, looking at him. They've taken all of the outer towers in, sub 19 minutes. Morphling, what's the status? Morphling is not going for the straight Ags, instead deciding that he needs a Manta. Oh,
He needs to get rid of the silence.
yeah, and this is exactly why Fly finds him. Now the jump in as well from the axe. Called, dunked. See ya.
You get nothing.
Thanks.
Good day, sir.
Man.
IG, they just understand what J.Storm wants to do. They want to drag this game.
Oh,
but,
Emo
with the
waiting
Shadow
on the
Blade
hill as well,
pickups-
Brax. They warned you about going up blind high grounds, my friend. He thought that the 4 points in Frost Shield were going to help him. It did not. He was still torn in half. Pretty easily. There's a DD waiting at bot. Nobody knows about it, though, except for us.
Alright, it's gone in 20 seconds.
Oh, Emo's in.
1,
Fear locking him down. 1, 2,
2,
3.
3.
Moose coming in. He's got all the chains done in the world, but there is this Aegis on the Templar Assassin. They don't want to waste too much. Shaker a little bit low on mana. Ollie checking out the high ground, wants the vision. They jump in. They got the vision for the jump out of the Morphling. JT arrives just in the nick of time. Emo's just going to dive in further. Underlord, he's tanky, but he is not tanky enough for this. He's hoping for the Lina kill at the very least, but he won't even be able to get that. It's a 3
Yeah,
for nothing.
I think that's
4
just
for
the game.
nothing.
Drow Ranger isn't even doing anything to contribute into that team fight, just pushing the top lane, using the ult. There's 4 bounty runes to be picked up. Is he gonna come back? Nah.
There's farm to be had. Gotta steal some dire creeps.
Money to burn.
Can't let Kaka have all the fun. Well, this is looking like it might be a swift end to this game. It just, I'm kind of baffled by.
I'll take that.
They saw the axe. It didn't feel like they dealt with the axe. Like the axe was a pretty early pick. It didn't feel like they drafted properly to deal with the laning potential of the axe. And then they had this tri-lane, and the tri-lane didn't really work out. They really, I guess, I can understand why they went for the position 4 Shaker. The Morph Shaker was wide open, but IG have just played the early game and rotated so
Yeah, I
well.
think they got baited by what happened in the last game with the Earthshaker and Morphling.
Scanning.
They gave them the combo on the plate. They took it, but it was poisonous. Sounds like a fairy tale.
Yeah,
Maybe I should be writing stuff
it
for
was
Disney.
bait the whole time. There you go. Yeah, there's your $1 million idea. Morphling caught out, dead. His team was elsewhere on the map, looking for, I don't even know what. I don't even know if they were looking for a kill. I think they were just checking out what was going on. All right, well. So everybody
Here
else
comes
TP's
Underlord.
back. Underlord uses the Dark Rift because his TP is on cooldown. Tier 3, pretty much already dead. JT jumps in. They're going to try and drag the Underlord all the way out of the base. Kaka lines him up with a stun.
Oh, now I see what they're doing. Underlord with the Frost Shield plus Shiva's Guard. They're going for the memes.
Ah, yes. A time-honored tradition. Play for memes.
Dire's
Yeah, they're
bottom
still not going to
tower
have
has
Manta for a
fallen.
while. They're down 20k. Win probability says 98. Well, Brax is dead over here. Okay, Gok is just killing him for free. J.Storm looks so lost. They actually just look like they're not sure what's going on in this game. What can they do? Axe is on the high ground just spinning on them. Alright, he's been taking lessons from Emo. Just gonna force staff him out. JT even has a force staff of his own.
Meanwhile, on the bottom lane, Drow Ranger takes the range Raxes. All the lanes are pushing in because the aura was popped in a bit earlier. Now they're just
Jump
getting
in, two-man
pushed.
call. Lich in trouble. Won't even be able to get off the ultimate. Moose walking forward, hoping for an Echo Slam. Good luck with that one, buddy. Emo quickly puts him to rest. 9, tankier than the rest of them. Buyback coming in from the Shaker, but there's a BKB TA and a Silence waiting for him. That is one of the fastest diebacks I think I have ever seen. And J.Storm just getting kicked out of this game. GG called by Fear. Brax has got the spin moves as well. But
This was a pretty clean game once again from IG. We saw J.Storm losing
Dire's middle
the Gambit in 14 minutes. We saw them losing to IG in 24 minutes. It seems like they have a problem where once they lose the laning stage, they don't know how to come back into the game.
yeah, and with that, I think a lot of people kind of expected this, but IG are going to be the ones coming out on top of this group. So they are heading straight into the upper bracket. They don't have to play tomorrow either. And that will mean that they will be facing whoever... I think they face whoever comes out second in Group C. I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, that looked very straightforward. Game 1 also looked pretty easy up until that fight. And then
Yeah, I think they just needed to play it more safe, get the better items. Instead, they were clowning a bit. Maybe it's just that they feel really safe and secure, so they can't afford to go for it. But if you want to be a top tier team, if you want to play against these LGDs, against EGs, Virtus Pros, OGs, and you can't really afford to do stuff like that. Like you need to have a clean execution even in the late game.
Yeah, it's a tough balance to strike, right? Because I think on the one hand, if you're having fun and you're staying relaxed in your pro matches, that can be a really big asset. But you have to also know at what point to rein it in, right? And to say, okay, well, we got to close this game out somewhat cleanly. So I think they're definitely a little bit too far on the clown side currently, but we're definitely enjoying watching them. For J.Storm, that's
sure.
not the end. They're going to have to play some more tomorrow. So they'll play against the winner of Beast Coast versus Gambit. So they do still have an opportunity to land themselves straight into the upper bracket. And also the most important thing, especially for this format, as people will be familiar with, you want to be in the upper bracket because you want to avoid those round 1 best of ones. As soon as we get into the main event, that's the...
Yeah, don't you always want to be in the upper bracket?
I guess unless you're, like EG at various points in their history. It's always the lower bracket run. But yeah, of course, you want to be in the upper bracket, have the full double elimination to fall back on. But yeah, that kind of wraps it up. Any other thoughts on IG? Are they... I guess it's a little bit difficult to tell because we're missing some teams at this major. That is the obvious thing. We've got a lot of people taking a break. But with your current assessment, Lacoste, where are you kind of placing them? Do you think they're on form to be a top 10 team? Are they, where's sort of your assessment of them right now?
It's still the start of the season. Top 4 teams are taking a break. But I gotta say, IG is looking like a team that can upset many of those teams if they keep playing like this. I like the way they draft. It's a bit different than what others are doing. They're not copying anyone's style. They're just playing their own game, and I want to see more of them.
Yeah. Do you think they could make top 4 at this event?
if you look at the teams, I would say TNC is probably the one I would say that's gonna win this whole thing.
Mm-hmm. I think TNC are definitely favorites.
Vici Gaming's up there, so I would say top 4. That they could reach top 4. China, from China, Vici Gaming. As I mentioned, TNC, probably EG.
Yeah, we didn't get to
But
watch.
you
the
know,
EG
it's a
games.
major, so you never know what's gonna happen. There's gonna be some upset. It's never easy to predict stuff.
Yeah, yeah, of course. I'm not. No, I don't think anyone is gonna hold you to that, Lacoste. But I was just interested to know what you thought.
No, I'm fine with it, so I can look smart in the end.
Yeah,
Get some
exactly. We'll
points for
clip it, and
Yeah.
then if if you're wrong, then nobody will post it, I'm sure. And if you're right, then they'll post it, and you'll look like a genius. So there you go. But yeah, we didn't get to watch the EG games. They were going on at the same time. I don't even know. Is that actually that might even still be going on?
It's still going on, yeah.
Okay, yeah. So everybody, stop watching here. Head over. You probably, go watch Liquid versus EG. Looks like that's still underway. We've got an Arc Warden game. Oh boy, Arc Warden versus Anti-Mage. All right, now I'm gonna go watch this as I go to sleep. But thank you very much for watching, everybody. Thanks so much, Lacoste, for co-casting. It was a pleasure
Thank
as
you.
always. Go follow this man on social media at Lacoste Dota. If
If you want to see some fresh memes, I've been not making memes in the past month, but you know me, I'll start doing those again, and I can't live without memes. Thank you guys for watching, and see you tomorrow. I'm gonna be casting with KP starting around 9-ish a.m. Central European time.
Okay, great. Well, hopefully everybody tunes back in then. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll catch you sometime soon.